other business. We have any other business?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I've been an employer for more than 30 years. And when I say that, what I mean is, in my business, I have been in charge of hiring and firing and employee relations for a long time, in excess of 30 years. I have hired dozens and dozens and dozens of people. I have fired far less than that. Many left of their own accord, and I've had to terminate people before. In my experience, it took a while. When I've got to a point where I had a feeling about someone, in the early days, I would ignore that feeling, and not once did it work out well. When it got to the point where I felt like someone needed to go, but I worked hard to make it work, it never has worked out in my experience. I have, the county manager's been here now 4.5 months, something like that, 5 months. I'm not happy with his management style. I'm hearing from multiple directions. I'm hearing things like hostile workplace. I'm hearing you're singling out people, embarrassing them in staff meetings. That's not the way I do things. I've always been, I read somewhere many years ago that the number one rule in management of employees was you praise in public and you discipline in private. I don't think that's what's going on. And I've heard it. If I only heard it from one place, it'd be one thing. But I've heard it from many different directions. And we're here in a local state of emergency, a state of emergency, and a national state of emergency. I expect our county manager to be the voice of reason, and the unifying factor in a sea of staff that some of which have concerns, some of which have valid concerns, some of which may not. Their concerns may be a little on the fringe, but I'm hearing different reports than that. I just got to the point where I don't trust his ability to lead this county. I look at our current county engineer, who I have known for probably 9 years. I knew him. I met him. Worked with him as a member of the zoning board for at least a year before I was elected to this seat. I hate to lose him. And I look at him sitting there and the county manager sitting there, and I wonder which one do I want here more? And the county engineer is the one I want to keep, because I'm not at all happy about losing the momentum on road projects and bridge projects that we built in the last, or that he's built in the last 10 years, and that we've been so successful with, and it's been a point of pride to me that we've been able to do what we've done with the funds that we've had to work with over the last 8 years, 10 years for him. And I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy at all. And with all that said, I have a motion to terminate county manager effective immediate.
All right, first off, do we have a second? All right. I think, I would like to ask the county attorney if there is, in this venue right now, is this something we should be talking about here?
The county manager, Mr. Chair, is always fair game, if you want to call it that, to the board. You hire and fire, serves at your pleasure. There is a contract, but the county manager is always an appropriate topic or subject for discussion with this board. It's when it goes below and into the differences between the two that I caution the board to steer clear of, but it is within the purview of the board to discuss the county manager and deal with it. It's the only way you can do it. And you can't do it privately, so it has to be done here.
Okay, the motion died for lack of a second. Is there any other comments from the commissioners?
Well, Mr. Chair, I just want to know, because there's not a second, we can't discuss. I mean, I'd welcome the conversation. I'd welcome the conversation, but I just, I don't know if today's the day to make some type of decision like that. So I'm just asking because there was not a second. I still would want to entertain some discussion because
Sure, go right ahead.
I would like to air out some of these things that are the concerns that maybe we need to, we need to discuss them, but not yet. I'm not ready to make a decision like that just yet. So with that being said, I too have received, some conversations about the same type of things. And, I also know that, and I've noticed this with a little bit of time that I've been here, because I didn't have much time with Lex, obviously, but I noticed there's a big difference in management styles. And me too, I've managed over employees also, and I know that it's a pretty difficult situation when it comes employer sometimes when they just don't jive, and I get that. But I also know that we knew coming into this deal that we were looking for somebody from the outside new and different, and we knew that there was going to probably be, some controversy about employees and employer and the manager and stuff. And I definitely don't necessarily agree that there is not an avenue for employees that are concerned. I hate, it's just the set of the way the government's set up, and I get that. So I do believe that there should be some sort of procedure, and there probably is. I read the manual, the employee manual, so I don't know. But I would like maybe the county attorney to kind of enlighten us on that type of, because we are the ones that the citizens are going to come to. And it hasn't just been employees, it's been citizens, it's been people that come to me with concerns. And I just, but like I say, it always seems like it can be an employer. There's always going to be that, and it's got to do with management styles, the way some people are used to a certain way, and a new person comes in. And I'm not downplaying any of the things that were said by anybody, because it is concerning, even for me, that I just want to know that this county and our county manager and our employees are all acting professional towards each other, and that we're acting unified. And if there's a problem there, then I would like to know how we, get to the bottom of that. Because I know that he works at the pleasure of the board, but the employees work at the pleasure of him. So it's, you know, it's kind of a difficult situation, and it puts us in a real bad, you know, difficult position.